Memes, 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 memes. A lot to report, guys. So obviously we see everything popping off. Kraken was having a few little issues and stuff like that. Obviously customer service is way behind. Be glad if you have crypto exchange accounts already set up. Some people are, as you're watching this video, they're trying to sign up for the first time to get in on this. Retail has woken up in the last few days. They can't help but pay attention to this and get involved. And I see this every time, and that's why in my last video I called that we are in an actual bull market at this point. This is a full-on bull market, and you know, at this point you got retail coming out of the woodwork, people that were going to sit this out, because I know some guys that they were just kind of sitting to the side and they were like, you know, I'm not going to get involved in it this time. I really can't allocate to it. Now they can't ignore it. Now they can't ignore it. Now retail's coming in strong and they're going to chase after this stuff. You see all the mutt puppy tokens, all the knockoff Doge tokens, trying to chase down the big dog. Shiba Inu was moving up very, very fast. And it looked like, you know, Doge is like at 20 billion. It looked like Shiba Inu was at 13 billion. Could it catch up to it? It certainly could potentially. But in all likelihood, like we saw last time, it got right up next to it and then it fell back, fell away. Now it's encumbered partially because they initially launched that token on Ethereum. Now they have Shibarium layer 2 to Ethereum. So there's some stuff going on there, and obviously people can buy it on centralized exchanges. They can buy on various different chains like the Binance Smart Chain and different things like that. But so they have a few different options. But that being said, the gas fees on Ethereum, we just know that they're out of control, and they will kick people's teeth in at this point. Believe it. So you know, we'll kind of see with that. Floki, I actually had a small position in Floki. And you know, it's been banging hard, but all this stuff, you know, Bonk, Dogelon Mars, some of the old stuff, some of the new stuff, anything with a dog, for the most part. And then Pepe is the one other species that's trying to chase down the top Doge. So, you know, there's a lot going on with Doge. So if you guys don't know, there's ordinals. So basically there can be these little NFTs and stuff like that on Doge. There's a lot of activity on there. And then secondly, you know, the one thing that I would like to see happen with Doge is for it to get placed on some of these other chains, because it's mainly on the Binance Smart Chain and it's mainly on its own chain, obviously. But you know, if it was, you know, if it was a wrapped version of it was put on some of these other layer 2s or on Solana and stuff like that, you don't really see that. Whereas some of these have made it a point to get on every chain that they can, to have a wrapped version over on those other chain, a tokenized version. There's a baseball game going on, guys, over there. So that's what all the cheering's from. But that being said, there is one that I spotted that was newer, and I threw a little bit of change at it, but it's actually the ticker or whatever is AI, which is funny because, you know, obviously all this AI stuff's getting bought up as well. And so yeah, it was yeah, dang it, what was it? Whoa, I freaking even forgot. I'm drawing a blank right now. But it's about in the 1000th position. I even posted on Twitter, but I was up like literally all night. We know how this stuff is. When stuff starts popping off, you start doing all this stuff, getting deep in the weeds. And I can literally picture it. The dog's blue, and it's kind of this mechanical looking, you know, it's like this futuristic dog. But whatever. I mean, you guys can check my Twitter at Brian Phobos or whatever if you want to see that. I just cannot think of it right now, but the ticker symbol is AI. So that being said, that is on every chain though. That's what I was saying. It was on like 17 different chains. So I think that is very important with some of these projects to get on every chain that they can, so it's easy for people to trade in and out of it. And obviously, I stay away from anything pretty much Ethereum based. I don't try to interact with Ethereum directly. Any kind of Ethereum that I'm going to hold is typically stuff that is tokenized on other chains. And the annoying process of I have like 4 different wallets with Ethereum, actual Ethereum on its native chain, just kind of stuck there because like, how are you going to get it off? You're going to end up paying $100 fee or something like that. So and the thing that does blow my mind is we do see some of this stuff, a lot of chain activity going on for stuff like Shiba Inu. So these whales are moving out of Pepe and moving into Shiba Inu, and they're just taking the hit with these high fees and just eating it. But obviously for other people, you know, it's too much friction, and I don't like to do that even if I am moving a decent amount of money. So why deal with that kind of friction when you don't have to? That being said, that's kind of what's going on with that. You know, that I basically identified about 10 different meme projects that I felt were decent to go after, mainly on Solana, and mainly stuff that was tokenized on the Binance Smart Chain. And then obviously you have Doge. Now, a lot of the Doge I actually buy is on the Binance Smart Chain, because what can I do with that? I can lever against it. I can post it as collateral on Venus, and then I can borrow USDC. I can borrow USDC against it, and then buy more Doge, and then stake that Doge, and then borrow it against it again. So, you know, if you do that, you know, just realize that, you know, if you get over levered and the price goes down, you can get liquidated. So that being said, there is risk with it, but in my opinion, you look at the chart and you just see how many people are jumping out of the woodwork to chase after this stuff. And I do think there is a solid runway here the next couple weeks for Doge and some of these other projects. Now, some people might be a little bit upset because these memes are popping off so hard, and some of these people that have invested in, you know, sophisticated projects that are layer 1 smart contract platforms and stuff like that, it might not be moving as much. And some projects take longer to move. I had a couple people on Hive asking me, well, when is Hive going to move? And Hive has always been a lagger, and I'll tell you why. When Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that kind of stuff starts to move, and then people start memeing out, and you know, and a lot of times they rotate into the memes sooner than what somebody would typically tell you would happen, just because, you know, they're trying to level up. I mean, you're trying to make a big move, and they want to see those returns, and they see this stuff start popping off, and they chase after it, get hard, you know, just get mad FOMO and everything and go after it. But stuff like Hive, that stuff pops off a lot. That stuff pops off a lot later, because then people can kind of secure the bag and sort of like start printing money by earning yield off of it. Same thing with some of these smart contract platforms. People see that the price has risen up, the yields on the DeFi platforms start looking a lot more lucrative, and then they start posting liquidity, and you start printing money. So you kind of see that. So that being said, right now, for the next, I would say, few days to a week, people are going to, you know, continue to chase after the memes pretty hard. And I think we'll see that, you know, throughout this cycle and everything in general. But at the end of the day, it's like, that is a big part of the ecosystem, are the memes and some of these kind of degen plays and stuff like that, because you always see these stories and all this kind of stuff of, you know, someone investing a couple $100 or something into this or that meme token over on Solana, and then they cashed out for $800,000 or $1.4 million, this or that, you know, a freaking week later or something like that. So that being said, a lot of risk in it and stuff like that. That's why some of the stuff that's like way low, you know, and a lot of stuff's not listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko and stuff. I'm not really going after that. I'm not degenerating out that hard. Just because some of those pumps, I just would look at them and the pump would last like 4 hours and then it would be dumped kind of thing. And it just was happening too fast. So that being said, guys, what memes are you guys buying? What are you getting into? Follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam, at Twitter, Hive, DTube, Blurt, everywhere.